One of the reasons that the American Legion is important to me is because of the mission that we take on to mentor and to teach the young people of America about the rights and responsibilities of citizenship through our youth programs. We want to introduce you to a group of young people who epitomize the future of this great country, your American Legion Youth Champions. I met them, and they are great Americans. Please give them a hand.
This year's American Legion Baseball All-Academic Team Captain hails from Belmont, Vermont. He is currently a sophomore at the University of Vermont in Burlington and dreams one day to become a civil environment engineer. He is currently interning at OMYA, a calcium carbonate company. Sponsored by Post 50 in Castleton, Vermont, please welcome your 2015 All-Academic Team Captain, Joshua Wasalaski.
Good morning. We'd like to take this moment to thank National Commander Barnett, Sons National Commander Collier, Auxiliary President Knatzer, the Vermont Legion Department, and the entire American Legion family for having us. As youth champions, it is with great honor that we stand here before such an accomplished crowd of individuals who have tirelessly worked to preserve the freedom we sometimes forget to cherish. While preparing for this convention, we were constantly referenced as distinguished guests. But in reality, all of those within the audience are truly the distinguished men and women who have served this country with bravery, charity, selflessness, and sacrifice. You are all the individuals who have put the well-being of others before your own, and for that we will forever be grateful. We are proud to have interacted with you, true American heroes who have served for God and for this beautiful country. We realize again, this country, where we are free to achieve our goals, would cease to exist without your tenacious work. When I received notice that I was named the All-Academic Captain of the United States, a sense of pride and humility ran through my body. Baseball has always been a major part of my life. Frankly, I blame my parents. Seriously, I couldn't be more thankful for my mom, who I know is proudly watching down on me, and Dad for their introduction to the game and their unflagging love and support in all that I do. American Legion Baseball has given me more than just something to do. It has allowed me to make inseparable bonds with teammates and coaches that will last a lifetime. During those sweltering summer days, I always felt compelled to perform at my highest ability. The fundamentals and basic principles taught to us by my coaches were so routinely practiced that it felt like second nature during games. And the best thing was, win or lose, during our post-game talks, my teammates and I were always greeted with new aspects of the game to concentrate on, as a way to prepare for the next challenges that awaited. Playing American Legion Baseball has made for some of the best summers because it has taught me respect and enhanced my leadership qualities. For baseball, when the game is on the line, you either have the ability to simply be another player or step up for the overall well-being of the team. I realize that it is necessary to take a gamble, whether I prevail or not, but in the end, knowing I did not stand idly by is what makes the difference. These ideas absorbed during Legion Ball are exactly the same principles that must be applied to the real world. Although it is hard to believe that there is a world outside of baseball, there actually is. If these same qualities can be applied, I believe that myself and others will not act as bystanders, but rather as deciding factors in the outcome of real-world situations. This program has taught me to accept failure, to recognize what led to my mistakes, and from there, to only work toward bettering myself and the others around me. Finally, I want to show my gratitude for the monetary award that came along with this prestigious honor. It was something I did not expect to receive, but it has supported my ability to attend a university where I can pursue my academic and social dreams without having to be burdened by student debt. As a college student, I am blessed where I can be in a learning environment and still continue my passion to play baseball while traveling all around New England, as well as join a fraternity where I'm able to pursue my desire to serve my community through philanthropy. As a member, we have been able to raise thousands of dollars to the United Service Organizations, our main philanthropy. The American Legion has taught me that there are members of society who are less fortunate than myself, and that it is my civic duty to care and serve for these individuals, especially the ones who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. The scholarship has also offered me the opportunity to grow my professional career. With the education that I so greatly treasure, I was fortunate enough to land an internship at the end of my freshman year in college. There is nothing more satisfying than being afforded the ability to receive firsthand experience about the career field that I am pursuing. These are opportunities that would not be possible without the assistance of the American Legion, and for that I could not be more thankful to know that I am supported by such generous men and women. The American Legion has offered me a foundation through baseball, Boys State, and various social events, and with that, I promise to make it my mission to keep serving both God and our beautiful country. Thank you once again for having me, and God bless.
Our next youth champion was elected as president of Boys Nation by his peers. He hails from Springfield, Tennessee, and he's a member of the National Honor Society, as well as an accomplished classically trained vocalist and pianist. In addition to his musical gifts, he also won the Robert Orton Campbell Award for Best Prosecutor in the state at the state mock trial competition. He plans to attend Eastman Conservatory of Music, pursuing a degree in classical vocal performance. Please welcome your 2016 Boys Nation President, Nya Crocker.
Good morning. Oh, I'm from Tennessee. Y'all gonna have to be louder than that. Good morning. There we go. Well, I'm glad to be here this morning, and I'm especially glad to be here in front of such a wonderful group of people. Being from Tennessee, as I'm sure Mr. Gatlin, since he lives in Nashville, can attest, you hear a lot of stories. Stories about how you should live, stories about what's right and what's wrong, and those stories really shape us as individuals. So today, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you all a personal favorite of mine. This is the story of the old man and the blackbird. As the story would go, somewhere in the hills of East Tennessee, there was said to live a wise man, a man that knew all, both past and present. Omnipotence was his, and his great ability gained him much notoriety throughout the land. People would come from far and wide to hear what he had to say, and it wasn't long before the word of his prophecies reached Knoxville. In Knoxville, 2 university students decided they would go find the old man. And once they found him, they wouldn't ask him about his prophecies, but they would try to prove him wrong. So the first university student says, I'm going to get a blackbird, and I'm going to take it to him, and I'm going to ask him, oh, wise man, is this bird alive or dead? And if he says the bird's dead, I'll open my hands and the bird will fly away. And if he said that the bird is alive, I'll crush it and kill it. So the 2 men get a blackbird and head up the trail, and it's not long before they find the wise man sitting on his porch. They say, good morning, sir, and he says, good morning back. They say, wise man, do you know where we're from? He goes, yes, son, the 2 of you are from Knoxville. You're at the university. It's very good, sir. Wise man, can you tell me what's in my hand? The wise man says, son, that's a blackbird. He goes, wise man, tell us. The 2 students shoot each other a look, knowing they're about to prove him wrong. Is this bird alive or dead? The wise man simply sits back and says, son, I don't know. It's in your hands. Now, as folky and Tennessee as that story is, and it is a very Tennessee story, it has real application. You see, that blackbird is not just a framing device in the allegory. That blackbird is something real, something potent. That blackbird is the future of this nation, the future that us, the youth, hold, waiting for a wise man to tell us that it's in our own hands. Many tell us what the future will be. They say this is what it will become. But it's in our hands. It's our decisions that shape the future. So where is that voice? Where is that advocate for the future? I'm telling you now that I'm looking into the face of the greatest advocate for the future of this nation, and that is the American Legion. You all served this nation to come back and serve the youth, to make something of us so that we can understand the value of being an American, something that's lost in today's society. You know, I hear the old-timers, they worry. They worry about us, and they worry about my peers. But ladies and gentlemen, I owe it to you, my generation owes it to you to say, I swear to you, as long as I live, I will be proud to be an American. And I'll be proud to be an American because my father is proud to be an American, and his father, and men and women had laid down their life for me to say I am proud to be an American. And that is something that I will never trivialize. You see, ladies and gentlemen, you all have done so much for us. The scholarship that I received will help me immensely. But what matters to me most, and what will shape me and be what I recall back to, is the memory, the knowledge, and the ability, and the service you all have given to me. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go, I want to make a promise to you all. That is, as long as there is breath in my lungs and a heartbeat in my chest, I will proclaim my love for this nation and fight for its security, because I owe it to you all, because you have given me the chance to shape the future that we all want to see. Thank you. I just want to say thank you again for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for letting me be here with you today. I love you all. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.
The 2016 Eagle Scout of the Year is from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. For his Eagle Scout project, this young man folded and personally distributed 3,000 pocket U.S. flags to military personnel at deployment ceremonies. He also participated in the American Legion Oratorical Contest and attended Department of Wisconsin's Boys State program. He plans to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York. Sponsored by the Gavin Struckmeyer Post 248, please welcome Eagle Scout of the Year, Jacob Kelly.
Good morning. It is a truly humbling experience to stand here today as your 2016 Eagle Scout of the Year. My Eagle Scout project was very near and dear to my heart. It wasn't just my Eagle Scout project. It really took on a life of its own. I still hear from those veterans 5 years later who received the pocket flag, and they tell me how much it meant to them. Including scouting, I've been blessed to have been involved in many of the American Legion sponsored programs over the years, including the Oratorical and Boys State. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the many American Legion members who volunteered their time and talents in these programs. Your support and mentorship has been invaluable to not only myself, but to so many of our nation's youth. First and foremost, I would like to recognize my mother and father. My father, unfortunately, was unable to be here, but as an American Legion member and post commander of my hometown, I wanted him to be recognized. So. I would also like to recognize the many American Legion and other organizations who have supported me and mentored me over the years. Cottage Grove Boy Scout Troop 145, St. John's Northwestern Military Academy, Troop 84, American Legion Post 248, District 3, and the Department of Wisconsin, and the American Legion as a whole. I personally would like to thank all of you for what you have done for the community, our veterans, and our country. I am proud to be part of the American Legion as a member of the Sons of the American Legion Squadron 385. Finally, I would like to thank the United States Military Academy at West Point for supporting my attendance here today. Again, thank you for all your support. I'm proud to represent the great state of Wisconsin, the American Legion, and our Boy Scouts of America. God bless all of you, Godspeed, and God bless America. Go Army, beat Navy.
In competition at Colorado Springs a few weeks ago, 2 youth champions took top prize in the 26th Junior Air Rifle Championships. Taylor Gibson from Salem, Oregon claimed the Precision Champion title with an overall score of 2,476.7 out of a possible 2,509. She also set the Legion National Record with a Precision Final score of 104.7. She shoots for the Colonel Allison Junior Rifle Club. Please welcome our 2016 Precision Champion, Taylor Gibson.
Good morning. Again, I'd like to start off by thanking the American Legion, the Sons of the American Legion, and the Auxiliary, along with the National Commander Dale Barnett, the Commander of the Sons Kevin Collier, and the President of the Auxiliary Sharon Knatzer. All of you have been big support along my journey, along with Mr. Shane Abrams for helping me come here so I can speak to all of you today. Many times when guys learn that I competitively shoot, they like to ask if I shoot like a girl. I like to reply with, yes, of course I do. You see, shooting isn't about gender, race, religion, age. None of that really matters. Standing here before you, I represent every other junior precision shooter in the nation. Someday, I will represent my entire country when I stand at the top of the Olympic podium listening to our national anthem. It is always important to have goals in mind, and that is my ultimate goal. The generous scholarship granted to me will aid me in college, where I may continue to grow and improve my skills and get closer to that goal. This competition has taught me just how rigorous it will be to make this dream of mine come true, but I'm willing to put in the hard work it will take to get there. There will be rocks in my path, but I will learn to overcome them. There will be bumps in the road, and while they may slow me down, they certainly will not stop me. I know I have big dreams, and with big dreams comes big setbacks, but that is perfectly okay because my dream is what keeps me moving forward. I've been told by many others that I'd never make it to where I am now. They said I would never be good enough, or that I was too young and inexperienced. But because of the American Legion, the Sons, the Auxiliary, and all of you who have supported me every step of the way, I can proudly tell them that they were wrong. Your support got me where I am today. You have created endless opportunities for not only me, but families and children all over America. Opportunities that open new doors to our futures. Opportunities to show the world what we are all about and the amazing things we can do. Opportunities to fulfill our dreams, no matter how big, and reach for the stars, because not even the sky can limit us. You give us the tools and motivation to do our best, and we thank you. So remember that when I stand here today, I'm standing for the kids like me. But when I stand on top of that podium, I will proudly be standing for you and all of the wonderful people on the stage with me. Thank you, and God bless the United States of America.
In the sporter category, the championship was captured by a young shooter representing Freeport High School NJROTC in Freeport, Illinois. She won the title by firing a new Legion record of 2,365.1 out of a possible 2,400. Winning by 25 points, please welcome our 2016 Sporter Shooting Champion, Emma Thompson.
Good morning. I'd like to thank the American Legion, the Sons of the American Legion, and the American Legion Auxiliary, the Department of Illinois, and American Legion Post 139 for providing such an amazing experience to us and other kids all across the country. I'd also like to thank my wonderful mother and father who have supported and encouraged me throughout my life and without whom I wouldn't be here today. Thank you, all of you, for being here for me and for helping me become someone that I hope you can be proud of. As a part of my high school's NJROTC unit, I'm given a lot of responsibility. I am the current supply officer for our staff. As being a member of the staff, it has been very rewarding. Learning how to work together as a team and be a family is something that never ceases to amaze me. Learning how to work together as a unit, we share the same goal, to help our community and our country in any way we can, and be the best American citizens we can be. After high school, I hope to get accepted into the University of Illinois' NROTC program. I will use the very generous scholarship money to help pay for my education as an aerospace engineer before becoming a member of the United States Navy. Throughout my life, I have looked up to the American military. I have a very strong respect for the men and women overseas in our armed forces. As I've grown up, I've learned the importance of defending American ideals and freedom throughout the world. I've learned how important it is to stand side by side, no matter who you are, where you come from, or where you're going. We as American citizens share a love for our country that cannot be broken by the differences we see in each other. We stand as one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you to all of the past and present members of the United States military. Thank you for serving and for dedicating your life to this beautiful country. Thank you for inspiring others to follow in your footsteps. I would like to especially thank those who have given the ultimate sacrifice representing our nation on the front lines. The heart of America is within its people, and you have proven that this heart is pure and strong and invincible. The 6 people on this stage represent our future, and I promise you that the future of this nation carries the same passion in its heart as the generations before it. We thank you for everything you've given to us, the experience, the knowledge, and the pleasure of meeting all of you. I will never forget the memories, and I will remember what the American Legion stands for. Thank you for everything you do. I pray this is not the last time you see a shooter from Freeport High School standing in front of you. God bless you.
Our next youth champion hails from Burlington, Washington. He displayed poise and effectiveness in delivering his prepared oration entitled Constitutional Literacy. He's a cadet chief petty officer in his local Navy JROTC and attained the rank of Eagle Scout 1 week after his 13th birthday. He enjoys studying the Constitution, case law, and Supreme Court decisions, and although he's only in the 10th grade, he plans for a future in Constitution law. Sponsored by Washington Post 91, please welcome 2016 National Oratorical Contest winner, Benjamin Crosby.
John F. Kennedy once said, "As we extend our appreciation, we must always remember that the highest form of gratitude is not to utter words, but to live by them." Today, the six of us stand here and we thank you. We thank you for the opportunity which you have given to each of us. But we must always remember that this is not simply an opportunity, but what you have given to us we take and have as a solemn and grave sense of duty and obligation. You see, I understand that as we look at our nation today, as we observe the crime, the political divides, the inequality, the injustice, it's easy for us to lose hope. It's easy for us to think that my generation and future generations will fail to carry on the legacy that you have left for us. It's easy to forget what it means to be American. But I'm here to tell you today that some of us have not forgotten. Some of us will not allow the legacy that you have forged to dull and vanish with time, and some of us have not lost hope. You see, each of us realizes, each of us understands that we hold a solemn duty to the youth of this nation, and it's a duty which we take very seriously. You see, because of the opportunity that the American Legion has given to me, because of the gifts of the programs which I have participated in, I hold an advantage over many of the youth in our nation today. Because of the American Legion family, I am armed. I am armed with the knowledge that the greatness of this nation will never be determined by the scores of promises that politicians make. That the greatness of this nation will never be determined by the hundreds of medals our Olympic athletes bring home, but that the greatness of our nation will be determined by our reliance on 7,591 words in our nation's founding document. And that duty and that obligation stems from a sense of desperation. You see, in our nation today, whether they're armed or not, the young people in this country are watching. They are watching as we choose a leader for our nation. They are watching as our congressional representatives debate religious and racial inequality on the congressional floor. And they are watching as our military men and women go overseas and give up their own rights so that ours can be protected. So when people today say that ours is a lost generation, I understand. Participating in the constitutional oratorical contest has shown me the truth and the gravity of these predictions. But that's why it's so important for me. That's why it's so important for the six of us, and that's why it's so important for every young American to stand up and say that, you know what, America may someday fall away from what makes this nation great, but it sure won't be on our watch. Now, I've got to be honest with you, as I stand here today, I'm absolutely floored. I'm absolutely honored because I stand here before you today in a suit and tie in an air-conditioned room in Cincinnati, Ohio. But the only reason that I have the right and the ability to do that is because elsewhere in the world there was somebody wearing combat boots, a helmet, and a rifle. Someone standing in the sweltering sun or the freezing cold. A family hanging a blue or gold star in their window. Somewhere there was a man or woman who stood up for me in Yorktown, in Gettysburg, in Pre, in Normandy, in Vietnam, or in Afghanistan. And it is to these American heroes that we extend our deepest gratitude. The American Legion family has given each of us, has given me something that we can never pay back. But we accept what you have given not only as an opportunity, but as that grave and as that serious duty. We understand the duty that we have to the people of this nation. We understand the duty that we have to the youth of this nation. And it is because of those heroes and because of that sense of duty that I pledge to you here today that I will strive to live by the values of the American Legion family for all my life, so that at the end of my days I may stand up and confidently ask, did I earn it? Did I do enough to pay back that insurmountable gift which you gave to me? Every person in this room has lived by certain words. You lived by the words sacrifice, protect, and serve. And I hope that in my life I may do the same. Thank you all for your service. Thank you for your gift. And thank you for the burden for this gift, this opportunity, and this duty which you have bestowed on us. And it is one that we do not take lightly. God bless each of you, and God bless the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 American Legion Youth Champions.